Hi, and welcome to Beautifulbridesplanner.com tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on our floor plan layout as well as adding guest the tables. And we're going to start right away. We're going to click our floor plan layout button right here, which now opens up this first window. The very first thing you're going to see is going to be an instruction guide on how to add objects to the floor, how to add guests to tables. But the number one thing you need to do is to get the size of your hall layout from your vendor or hall wherever you're planning to have your wedding. The important part of doing this is you need to have the correct floor size so you'll be able to add all the objects to your floor layout, and they'll all resemble the hall when you get there. So let's start off. Number one, I'm just going to close this information because we're going to show you on the tutorial video how to do most of this stuff. This is a very good backup, and it's also down in the bottom. The very last icon in your tool palette is your help menu, and it'll reopen this information sheet. So we're closing it. Number one, we're going to familiarize you with the floor plan itself. Number one, you're going to see that there's bigger boxes and there's smaller boxes. The smaller boxes are 1 square feet, so there's 10 wide and there's also 10 high. So each one of these large blocks is approximately 10 square feet. This is easy measuring for when you want to add objects to a floor. So once you've acquired a layout of your hall from your hall or vendor, who's ever hosting your wedding, you'll be able to say, okay, the dance floor is 23 feet in, so you'd go 10, 20, and then count 3 blocks. So it makes it very easy for placing objects into the floor in reference to the schematic that they have given you. Second thing is here, you're going to notice on the top right, you're going to see the hall size right now is set to 59 feet. And I'm going to scroll down a bit, and you can see on the bottom left it says 38 feet. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to start seeing all the guest names that you've previously added to your guest list. They're all listed below. Right now, beside none of the names, you're going to see any table where they're sitting. Later on, when we add guests to table, each one of these names are going to have what table they're sitting at. So let's scroll back up a little bit, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to change your hall size. Number one, you can grab the corner and you click in and out, and you'll see that the hall size is changing as we're moving this in and out. So for now, we're just going to leave it at 60 by 40. You can also go to the tool palette here, and it's the fourth from the bottom, and you can click and it shows again. So you can highlight, change the number, update it, and it'll change the size of your floor layout to whatever size the hall may have told you it is. So we're just going to close that for now. To start off, before we start doing anything else, we also just want to move this little tool palette off to the side. Tool palette, you're going to notice that as you hover over each object in there, it's going to display what the object is. So we have a dance floor, we have stages, we got buffet tables, we have bars, we have a head table. In this head table here, you're going to notice that it opens up and you can change this, how many people are sitting at your head table. We have round tables, we got rectangle tables, text tools for maybe if you want to label a table for out-of-town guests or something. We have drawing tools, a vertical line tool and a horizontal tool if you want to draw objects that are in the hall. We have unisex washroom signs for his and hers, exit signs, and so on. So to add an object to the floor layout, all you do is click it, click on the floor layout, and there it is. You can only resize an object by 2 sides, the right side and the bottom, so you can drag and drop however you'd like. So I'm just going to make it a little bit wider for the stage. Next thing I'm going to add just for this display is we're going to add a dance floor. So I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to pull it sideways there. I'm going to grab the bottom corner and we'll get it working so I can, 1 second here, so I can make the floor a little bit bigger. I'm going to add a buffet table to the hall. Let's see, where's our buffet table? So I'll click it, We'll click it onto the hall layout. Then we want to add a bar. We'll click that. We're going to add a bar. So I'll bring it down. I'm going to put it down near the bottom of the layout just for this demonstration. And make it a little bit wider. And we'll bring this back up here. Let's see, we've already set the head table, so why don't we just click and we'll add it to the floor layout. And two tools continuously work until you ask them to stop by clicking on the pointer tool, and that's going to be our table. So watch. Click, 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 click. We've added these tables. As fast as we can click, we can add tables. The only way to stop from adding tables is to go to your pointer tool and it stops it. It's the same as the eraser tool. I click it, click, click, clicking, and it'll erase all the tables. The only way to stop the eraser tool, again, is to click into the pointer. So I'm going to add a few more tables back here again. If I click on the table and hold down the mouse, it will just move them around like I'm doing. And I'm going to go up to the pointer. Actually, let's add two more tables here. And now I'm going to go to the pointer tool to stop it. We can add some exit signs to the hall. So let's add a couple of those. And we're going to have to click on the exit sign again to add another one up here. Let's add some washroom signs. We'll add that up there as well for this demo. So now what I'd like to do is I'm going to move this tool palette back over to the other side for a second, and I'm going to click on our guest list. And previously we added some guests by groups, which makes it quick to add people to tables. So Harris family number 1, I'm just going to click. There's only 1 in that group. Now the Jones, there's 2, so I can add them to the same table. Jones family, there's 1 in that list. Now the Smith family, there's 7. I'm going to try add them to this table, and right away it says cannot seat group. There is only 5 seats available. So what we'll do is we'll have to go to the next table, and now we can add the Smith family there. You're going to notice that everybody has a little delete icon beside their name. So if I want, I could start deleting people from this table, and it's going to enter those guests that I delete into the all guests seating list. So right now, everybody who has an icon beside their name is still available to be seated. The people who don't have icons cannot be seated. So we're going to go to Mr. Green, we're going to add him there. We're going to go to Jade Harris, we're going to add her there. We're going to add to Jade Jones, we're going to put her at this table. Jesse Loney. So, and like I said, as we add them to tables, you notice that the icon beside them disappear. It makes it very quick and easy and fast to be able to add your guests in groups of tables. So now, if you created mostly groups, you can go 8 people, and add them and complete your names to tables here. And I'm just going to do a couple more pretty quick here. And let's go down here. And I'm going to actually add a couple more tables here. And let's just add those, put those over close. And now you're going to start seeing the names below, the ones we've added to tables. You're going to start seeing their names beside with their table number. Not only does the software add names to tables, but it also adds, the software also prints table cards and mailing labels. So we're going to go up and we're going to open up our print center. Here is what we would have opened up. And in the print center, you got table cards, mailing labels. Well, these are the table cards. And in there, because this was pre-opened up, it's not showing the mailing labels with table cards beside them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my floor layout here. I'm going to save. Very important, whenever you're done your table layout, always save. It's very, very important, or you'll lose all your work. So now I'm going to go back up to the top here. I'm just going to click on my header to get out of the floor planning section. Now I'm going to go to my print center and my table cards, and you're going to see that the people on the table cards have the table name now beside their name. So when you print out the table cards, it will list everybody's table that they're sitting at, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. Also in the print center, you have your mailing labels. When you were filling and adding guests to the guest list, very important if you could find out their postal code, mailing address complete, because you only have to do it once, and from the print center you'll be able to print out all your mailing labels. So we're going to go back to our floor planner section for a second. I'm going to close the box, and here's our layout. So that's how easy it is to add guests to tables, arrange your hall. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you on some more of our updated tutorial videos. Thank you again for joining beautifulbridesplanner.com. Bye for now.